Hello, it's me, Adam, from Middle Age Gaming, and I've got a fun little trick that I'd like to show you. Now, a little bit of backstory onto how I found it. Originally, when I first started streaming, I wanted to engage with my audience, and that meant being a part of chat. Now, how can I check the chat and play the game at the same time, though? I can't be minimizing my windows all the time. So originally what I did is I got a second monitor and I would put my chat over there. However, sometimes I get tunnel vision and don't check it in a timely manner. So what I needed was some kind of notification that would tell me when I had a chat. Now I use Restream, and the Restream chat app allows for notifications, and it also allows for text-to-speech. But I didn't really want my audience listening in on that because I know that for some people it might be annoying if there's this little robotic voice popping in every now and then. So I needed a way to filter my sound so that I could hear certain things, but my audience didn't have to. Now, originally I looked online and a lot of people were recommending voice meter and virtual cables and doing all that. And I tried it and it would have worked except for I had one little problem. And that was a while ago. My input and output of the audio jacks, they just, for whatever reason, stopped working. So now my solution is that I have to use a USB sound card. Now in Voice Meter, it would register this sound card as one device, which meant that my audio input and output would always be connected. So if I'm listening to something and I'm trying to talk, if I want you to hear me, you're also going to hear what I'm hearing. And if I don't want you to hear what I'm hearing, then you're not going to hear me talk. So that was a problem. So I did a little bit of research online, and eventually I came across this kind of interesting thing that somebody had noted and put two and two together, and I figured out that there's a really cool trick that you can do in Windows 10. So here's what I did. All right, so here's my desktop right here, and if I'm playing a game normally, what I would do is I would come down here and I'd go to Audio Output Capture, all right, create a new audio, and I would either set it to default or I would set it to my sound device right here, my sound card, right? And so I have that, and then if I'm playing a game like, say, Civ, okay, so we can hear the audio there. It sounds all nice and everything, but, you know, that was fine for then. But now I have audio that I want to filter out. So here's what I'm going to do. Now, to run you through it from the beginning, I'm just going to delete this, although you could go in and edit it. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of that audio capture right there. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to go to Audio Output Capture. Okay, same thing that we did. We're going to create a new one like we did last time. But this time, instead of selecting default or instead of selecting my sound device, I'm going to select this. Now, this is my speakers. Okay, these are my external speakers. So select those. All right, and now, okay, so all the audio for the game, or all the audio that's, output is going to go to, it's going to, anything that's set to go to my speakers, you're going to be listening to it. But unfortunately, that means you can't hear the game, okay? It's just going to be quiet there. So that's a bit of a problem. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to come over here, and we're going to go to this, right-click on the sound right there, go to Open Sound Settings, okay? And we're going to scroll down to App Volume and Device Preference. And if you click this, what it's going to do is it's going to show you all the currently open, applications that you have. So I'm going to go to this, and I'm going to set my game to go to my speakers. So all my game audio is going to go to the speakers. All right. And yeah, so now when I go here, okay, you can hear it. It's going to be all nice and great. But the problem is because it's set to my speakers and not my headphones, now I can't hear it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this again. We're going to go here. We're going to do another audio output capture. Okay. And this time we're going to do the same thing, high definition audio device. But what we're going to do, okay, so now we have two here, all right? And what we're going to do is we're going to click on the gear icon here, and we're going to go to Advanced Audio Properties. Now, we're going to look over here at Audio Monitoring. And on the second one, right now it says Monitor Off, which means I'm not going to hear the sound, but you are going to hear the sound, okay? But what I want to do is the opposite. I want to make it so I can hear it and you cannot. So the three settings are Monitor Off, which you can hear, I cannot. Okay, Monitor Only, which means I can hear it, but you cannot. And monitor and output, which means we can both hear it. So we're going to go to monitor only, okay? So now that I have that, I'm going to close this out, all right? And now I have my two audio outputs here, and now I can hear it. So now we can both hear it. And what's also great about this is if we come in, I can adjust the volume. So if I want it to be quieter for me, I can, it's too loud for me, I can make it quieter. Or if I want it to be quieter for you so that you're not going to hear it, but I can still hear it at my regular volume, I can do that. And yeah, so now that is a solution so that I can hear the audio and you can hear the audio. And basically by doing this, because still everything else in here, you know, so if I were to say open up this video here or something, okay, so my stream from earlier today. All right, so I'm watching that. I can listen to it. All right, and you're not hearing this right now, okay? It's perfectly quiet for you. You can't hear it, but I can. So now I can hear the game. I can also hear my video output, and you're only hearing the game, okay? So that way I can hear certain things, and you're not going to hear certain things. All right, so that's a really fun and easy way that you can do your audio filtering here in OBS. You don't need to download anything else. The only thing is when you're done, you do want to go back, all right, and reset the settings, okay? So you want to set this back to default, all right? So that is a bit of a hassle, but this is a quick and easy way that you can solve these problems and you don't have to download anything extra. So I thought it was a really interesting solution. I thought it was really neat, and I thought maybe some other streamers out there might be interested in this because maybe they have a similar problem that I do. So let me know what you think. If you have another solution, I'd be more than happy to hear it. So go ahead and leave us a comment, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everyone.